If you think being a school teacher isn't a way to have a life of adventure, well, maybe you should listen to our next guest. Forrest Broman is the president of TIE, the International Educator. TIE is a non-profit organization that for over 20 years has been dedicated to the joint mission of helping overseas international schools find qualified teaching staff and helping qualified teachers find positions at these overseas schools. And he joins us now to talk about it. Forrest, glad to have you here today.
Thank you, Dennis. Glad to be here.
Well, what kinds of teaching positions are we talking about here, and what are some of the advantages for those you may recruit to take them?
Right, we're talking about nursery or kindergarten through grade 12 schools, English language speaking schools with American or British curriculum. The benefits include, in most places, an ability to save from $5,000 to $30,000 because you get housing allowances, tickets over and back, health insurance. The only money you need is for fun and food.
Now, tell me about the people who make use of these international English-speaking schools. Who are the kids going to them, and who are their parents? And what kind of community are teachers likely to find when they go abroad for this kind of adventure?
They'll pretty much find an upper-middle-class type of community because these people are either in the country because of their corporations they work for or for the embassies and consulates that they work for, or in countries where there are a lot of local nationals. The parents are usually the very wealthiest of the community.
So we're talking about sort of an expatriate community.
In most places, it's largely an expatriate community, yes.
Now, these are opportunities of which many teachers may be unaware. What's the role of TIE in this?
Yeah, our role has been, it's a very difficult one, to try to make every American, British, and Canadian and Australian teacher aware of these opportunities. Very few, percentage-wise, know about them. And most teachers in most countries cannot save money and are teaching the large classes or losing their jobs. So there's fantastic opportunities out there. We do all we can to propagate it, but it's very difficult.
So what are the requirements for teachers then? Is there anything special or just a credential? Tell me about that.
Yeah, they usually at least 1 or 2 years experience. Most of the better schools prefer 2 years of experience in a particular area. And they can be young, old, married, single. There are positions for everybody out there in just about every type of position you would have in K-12.
And finally, what countries are we talking about here? Can you give me a sort of an itinerary of these possibilities?
There are schools in almost every country in the world. There are schools all over Western Europe, in Asia, Latin America, Africa. The world is your oyster here. You can pick the part of the world you want to go to and the type of school you want to be in.
That sounds like a fantastic opportunity all the way around. Mr. Broman, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Forrest Broman is president of TIE, the International Educator, and we reached him by phone at his office in Hyannis, Massachusetts. They're on the web, too, at www.tieonline.com.